करें आज पावन ये संकल्प अपना, करें आज पावन ये संकल्प अपना, भरें योग किरणें ये बाबा का कहना,
Om Shanti. Can everybody hear me okay? Good. Welcome to the West Coast Murli. It's the 18th of August and it's the month of Raksha Bandhan. And we are so fortunate to have Sister Kiran here today in the San Francisco Center. So I'd like to take a moment to welcome her. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mary Jean, and I live in Canada. I'm about 4 hours east of Vancouver, and I regularly attend Murli class via Zoom with the Eugene Center, so with Sister Kiran. And just tell you a little bit about her. Most of you probably know Sister Kiran. She's been in the Yagya since 1979. So 45 years of tireless service. And she really is a tireless yogi. She coordinates service in Oregon. She's part of the national coordination team in the United States. And she also has a role in the international service with um, the website for our organization, for the Brahma Kumaris. So it's just escaping me the name of that Kiran band. So, and I think her biggest speciality for me, anyways, and I'm biased, I gotta say, is her love of knowledge and the way that she tells or shares Baba's knowledge, whether it's through the Murli or through teaching classes. She has a way of storytelling that makes it digestible, palatable, and easy flowing. So, Sister Kiran will get you to share Baba's sweet flute today, and I'll pass it over to you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Mary Jean. In Baba's unlimited yagya, it's always wonderful to have this gathering on the third Sunday of every month of this special constellation within Baba's yagya of the West Coast Brahmin family. And it's a particular honor to be here today. Of course, I can't be here without feeling the presence of Chandradidi. And I'm sure that I felt very much that when we were offering Bog, she was definitely present and paying attention to what's still going on here on the West Coast. And maybe some of the rest of you felt that as well. Today is the day before the actual Raksha Bandhan. And the Murli that we have is the Shiv Jayanti Murli. So it's interesting to think about the connection between Shiv Jayanti and Raksha Bandhan. And of course, Shiva, our Baba, is the purifier. So there's definitely a connection. And the other interesting thing is that Baba usually starts the Avyak Murli with, Aj, Bap Dada is seeing, everything. Today, it's not Bap Dada. Today, it's Father Shiva. And he's the creator of the Trimurti, which includes Brahma. So just an interesting thing to start your intellect thinking about. Today's Murli is the 20th, the original date is the 20th of February, 2001. And you might remember last week, I think it was last week. Thank you. Okay, thank you. The Murli was referencing this big earthquake that had happened in Bhuj, Gujarat in 2001, and the aftershocks are still going on. So Baba's referencing that as well today. So the 20th of February, 2001, and today is the 18th of August, 2024. And the theme is Shiv Jayanti, the memorial of making a vow and totally surrendering oneself. And of course, Raksha Bandhan is when we renew our vows, right? So today, Father Shiva, the creator of the Trimurti, has come to meet his worthy of worship saligrams. So who are the saligrams? It's us, right? And we were worthy of worship saligrams. Today, it's a meeting as well as a celebration. And all of you have arrived here from all over the world with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm in order to celebrate Bap Dada's birthday. You children say that you've come to celebrate Father's birthday. Father says he's come to celebrate the children's birthday. And all of you have also come to celebrate your alokik birthday. At no other time throughout the whole cycle can there be such another lovely and unique birthday. It's such a paradox or an anomaly, right? Throughout the whole cycle, did you see or celebrate such a birthday that's the same for the father as for the children? And this is because for the task of world transformation, together with Father Shiva and Brahma Dada, Brahmins are also needed. A yajna, a sacrificial fire, cannot be successful without Brahmins. Okay. Mary Jean was mentioning a website that the Brahmin family is working on for the Brahmin family, and the name of it is Our Yajna. It will be launching fairly soon, maybe in a few weeks. You'll all hear about it. So a sacrificial fire, a yajna, cannot be successful without Brahmins. And this is why the birthdays or the jayantis of father and children are together. So the children are congratulating Father from their hearts, and Father is giving each Brahmin child more than multi-million times congratulations, as well as blessings from the heart for the alokik birthday. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And everyone waved their hands. So Baba says, very good. You enjoy clapping with one hand, not two hands. And there's a lot of happiness, so you can't stop your hands. They just move automatically. In the world also, the devotees, the bhagats, celebrate Shiv Jayanti with a lot of splendor. However, their celebration is for one night without sleep. And if you don't sleep for the whole night, it's called Jagran in Hindi. And so they go without sleep for one night, and they also fast from food for one day. You children have not had the thought of having a jagran of the sleep of ignorance for only one day, right? So the sleep of ignorance, we've been sleeping for how long? A couple of, yeah, couple of ages, right? They have a jagran, but you have also stayed awake for the whole of this one life of the confluence age that is like a diamond. You have awakened, have you not? You will not now go back to sleep, will you? Will you fall asleep a little? Acha, you may not have fallen asleep, but perhaps you nod off. This staying awake throughout the night is such that you yourselves are awake, but you also awaken others. So the world is sleeping in the sleep of Kumbhakarna, right? But we're trying to stay awake and awake everybody else. In this life of this knowledge, to remain awake means to come out of the darkness and into the light. So all of you like this spiritual wakefulness, do you not? What vows have you kept from the moment you took your birth and celebrated your birthday? What vows have you kept? Do you remember them? You children say, let alone remembering them, our lives have become those of a natural vow. Our lives have become those of a pure diet, pure interactions, and pure thoughts. So he's, as I understand it, he's rhyming three Indian words, Hindi words. Ahar for pure diet. Interactions is vyavahar, right? And thoughts is vichar. So they all end in ar. And he's rhyming those words: pure diet, pure interactions, and pure thoughts. So those are the vows that we took. And they're not just for 1 or 2 months, but they've become such that we've instilled these vows into our lives. And they've become natural. They've become our nature. So you have made your nature that of purity, have you not? Has your nature become that? Or do you still have to make it that? It has become that, has it not? Simply not in agreement. Let's see some nodding there. So has it become that? Has impurity finished in your nature? Has purity emerged in your lives? You don't think of eating something with onions and garlic anymore, right? You don't even think of eating non-veg food. You don't think of when somebody's gossiping, immediately you switch off, right? In your interactions. And when in your thoughts, when you start having negative and waste thoughts, right? You catch yourself pretty quick, is it not? So it has become natural. So Baba says, you have now celebrated Shiv Jayanti and Saligram Jayanti that are as valuable as a diamond. The children everywhere, abroad and in this land, are also celebrating it at the same time. And Bap Dada is seeing that along with you and the Father, they too are all so happy. Today, as your memorial, the devotees especially offer a sacrifice. All of you surrender yourselves to Father in your thoughts, words, and deeds. And in memory of that, as a memorial of that, the devotees don't offer themselves as a sacrifice, but they sacrifice something instead, which is, anybody know? Who hasn't read the Murli? A goat, yes. Baba says, could they not find anything else? Could they only find a goat? You know the significance of this. It's because the greatest cause of body consciousness is the consciousness of I. And in Hindi, the word I is meh. So when you surrender the consciousness of I, it's then that you become Brahmins. So we say me atma hum, but that's switching the me into atma, right? So when you surrender the consciousness of I, that's when you become Brahmins. So if you haven't done that yet, the implication is you're still not a Brahmin. So what does a goat do? May. So this is a sign of the body consciousness of I. The consciousness of I, of body consciousness, is also very subtle. And it has a variety of forms. So the first consciousness of I is I'm a body. And closely behind that is I'm so-and-so. I'm an American. I'm, I don't know. I'm a Brahmin. That's even a kind of body consciousness sometimes. And then as you move further, there are different forms of I as you become trapped in relationships. So I'm a mother, right? Or I'm a dad. I'm a teacher. I'm a whatever. And then as you move further, there are different forms of the I of position. I'm a senior. Or I'm a trance messenger. Or so many things that you can put even in the worldly sense, right? In terms of position. But even more subtle than that is the I of your own specialty. And that brings you down from up above. Each of you has a specialty. Whether it's in a gross form or a subtle form, there is not a single human soul who does not have a specialty. Not a single human soul who does not have a specialty. So you could be good at singing or acting or teaching or speaking, public speaking, or it could be more subtle. You could be someone who's generous to a fault, right? Or very kind-hearted. That could be your specialty. Or somebody who even can just pick up subtle things. You know, some people have a lot of pride in the fact that they know what's going on, right? Gross and subtle forms of specialties. In this life of Gyan too, each Brahmin has at least one specialty. However, in the life of this Gyan, a specialty is a gift bestowed by God. It's God's gift. So when you put the consciousness of I into a gift that God has given you, what does it become? We? No, it becomes royal ego. And that's the biggest consciousness of I. Therefore, you've already surrendered yourself. But what do you have to consider further? What do all of you teachers call yourselves? You're surrendered, are you not? Are all of you teachers surrendered? Acha, are those who are living at home with their families surrendered? Yes or no? How many householders here living at home with their families? Hands? Okay. Maybe at least a third to a half. So Baba says you are surrendered. Are you Pandavas surrendered? Pandavas? Yes? Very good. Congratulations. So what are you going to do now? You have surrendered yourselves, and that's very good. Now, in the future, you have to check that. Should Baba tell you? You would say, we are surrendered. So what else do we have to do now? One is to surrender. But after that, there's total surrender. Especially underlined in total surrender is the surrender of your minds, intellects, and sanskars. So have you surrendered your sanskars? This is because in order to move forward, you have to take fast steps in your efforts. You are doing that, even now, according to the present atmosphere in your Brahmin life, because the majority of you sitting here are Brahmins. So there's just an influence of waste on your minds. Nothing bad. All the bad things have finished. However, according to the present atmosphere, wasteful and negative things influence intellects a great deal. And because of this, your power of realization to make accurate and true decisions decreases. So very subtle, right? The influence of the wasteful negative atmosphere is clouding our ability to make true and accurate decisions. There is realization through the understanding that, yes, this is wrong, this is not right. However, one is realization with common sense, and the other is realization with your heart. When you realize something with your heart, then even if the world changes, you will not change. This is a very subtle thing, right? One thing is to see things in common sense. Okay, yeah, that's right, that's wrong. Even in terms of your own behavior. Okay, I shouldn't have done that, right? You can see that. But how deeply did you realize it in your heart so that you never do it again? When you realize something with your heart, then even if the world changes, you will not change. You will not do it again. So you've been told about the mind and intellect. Now the sanskars. Because your sanskars are 63 births old, they have become natural. Baba's using the English word natural, but I think really what it means, kind of, if we think about it in terms of our understanding in the West, it means normalized, right? They've become so normalized that it's like they're natural part of our nature, because our natural nature is not that. So then, in other words, you say, this is not a mistake, it's my nature. Therefore, after some of the old sanskars are erased, and after others are suppressed, they then emerge again. However, total surrender means that the motives and the feelings in your mind for every soul have to be transformed. Are we still seeing people's weaknesses and defects? Because if we are, then our feelings and motives in our minds haven't been transformed. Total surrender means that the motives and feelings in your mind for every soul have to be transformed. And Bapdada refers to this as, no matter what souls are like, there will always be a variety. This is the Kalpa tree. And if there were no variety in the Kalpa tree, there wouldn't be any beauty. However, let there be good wishes and pure feelings for every soul. You even have to transform bad wishes into good wishes and pure feelings. Have good wishes for every soul that they will definitely transform themselves. This is such a deep foundational underlying principle of this Brahman life. Because if you see someone's shortcomings or their defects, right, then you're immediately putting them on the defensive. You're seeing something wrong with them. You're transmitting those vibes to them. I don't like you because you are like this or like that. You know, it's a subtle thing, but everybody picks it up, right? And so then the soul goes into more of a defensive, I'm going to, you know, this is the way I am, and tough luck if you don't like it kind of attitude. But if you see, okay, that soul is like this right now, but they weren't like that originally. Can I see them like Baba sees them in their original state when they were free from being like this? Then it's like you've opened up a door for them to step through and be different. Otherwise, you're like closing the door. Oh, they're always like that, right? How can they change then? So Baba says, don't think this one is never going to change. Don't become their judge and make a judgment that they are never going to change. Since you've issued a challenge that you will transform the elements and make them satoguni, then you have to do it. There is no question of whether or not they will become that, but it's you who have to make them that. You have underlined the words have to do it. So is it that the elements can change, but souls cannot change? Souls are the masters of matter. Matter changes and the masters don't? Why? So at the present time, the only service to do is the transformation of oneself. The mind, intellect, sanskars, the transformation of everything. Everyone is asking, what are we going to do this year? We just had this little retreat and, what's the next thing that's coming up? You have to do, Baba says, double service. First, totally surrender yourself. Surrender yourself to such an extent that your vibrations, atmosphere, company, cooperation of the heart, and blessings of the heart help others to bring about easy transformation. You have to transform yourself to this extent. You have to surrender everything totally. This is one type of service. And the other type is that of serving other people. As a result, it's been seen everywhere in this land and abroad that whatever service you Brahmin children have done, even in the villages, you've done it with love for Father. And Bap Dada is giving many, many congratulations for that. But what will you do in the future? Bapdada has seen that there is growth in the number of Brahmins, and there will be even faster growth. However, along with this, the service you have done that people like, the service that is taking place through the different projects, is very good. And now very good cooperative souls have become good instruments at many different places. So this was 2001, and we'd had all these global projects, Million Minutes, Global Cooperation for a Better World, Shared Values for a Better World. We had living values by then. We had a lot of self-management things going on. There was just a lot of stuff going on all over the world, lots of projects. So now very good cooperative souls have become good instruments at many different places, and they are very good cooperative souls. They've taken one step of cooperation and they have put one foot forward. However, the other foot is for them to become an easy yogi and a karma yogi. A few have become karma yogis and easy yogis to some extent. And this is the second stage. Now, such souls have to play a practical part on the stage. A mic is always on the stage. Therefore, they should become mics and definitely come onto the stage of service in a visible way. You are the might. They are the mics. Just as Brahma Baba is the might in a subtle form who's made you into mics, made you children into mics, in the same way, now you become the might and prepare such mics. They are very good. There is hope for them and they can go fast. However, it's now necessary to increase your connection with such souls. They want to know what to do and how to do it. So I'm sure you're all thinking of people in your connection who fit this bill, right? They are very good. There is hope for them and they can go fast. However, it's necessary now to increase your connection with such souls. They want to know what to do and how to do it. So become the might and show them that while keeping a balance of their worldly occupations and their spiritual service, they who have come last can go fast and come into the line of those who come first. There are such souls, and they just have to be revealed. Simply stay in connection with them and give them a current, the current of spirituality, the current of vibrations and the atmosphere. And also show them the way to become instruments to reveal that a balanced life is very good and easy. Is this all right? You've now heard what you have to do, have you not? Prepare small bouquets. Okay, not a big bouquet, but at least bring a bouquet of 5 or 10 flowers. They exist everywhere in Bapdada's eyes. Did you hear that? Did the Pandavas hear that? Pandavas? Are you good at making bouquets, the Pandavas? Very good. Double foreigners are not jumping, they are flying. So who will bring the first bouquet? Those from abroad or those from Bharat? He loves to make us competitive in this way. Who will bring it? Or will both bring them at the same time? The bouquet from abroad on one side, the bouquet from Bharat on the other. Both bouquets will come onto the stage. Just as you celebrate this ceremony, so we shall then also celebrate that ceremony with both bouquets, one from Bharat and one from abroad. Is this all right? What do those from abroad think? Will you bring them in the next season? Will you bring them? Will those from Bharat bring them? Bring those who have a balance of their worldly and spiritual occupations. Not just those who have a Brahmin life like you, but both worldly and spiritual, because their impact will be greater. People will come to you for drishti, because we give the might through drishti, right? So Baba says, Acha, what are you thinking, Janti? Are you thinking about names? Nirmala, Mohini, you're thinking about names, are you not? Look at the Pandavas here. There are fewer Pandavas in Bharat, and they are equal to Allah. Look, some are even sitting here. This is Brian sitting just in front, is it not? Such a brother named Brian Bacon, who was quite a VIP Brahmin at the time, and he had become the president of the World Business Academy, I think. And, you know, he was going around leading a lot of trainings for self-management and things. So he was originally from Australia. A bouquet has to be prepared, does it not? There are very good souls. What is the name you use? NCO, National Coordinating Office. So now we have an ICO, the International Coordinating Office. We have an NCO, the National Coordinating Office in every country. And like that. It was just being formed, I guess, at that time. Those from the NCOs abroad, raise your hands. It's not easy to become an NCO, a national coordinator. And now, of course, every year we have something called an integrated retreat, which brings together all the national coordinators and all the main center coordinators. And actually now it includes all the board members of the different countries. So Baba says, you will have to perform wonders. You can do it. It's not a big thing because the land is now ready. The seed is also sown and it just needs to be watered with sustenance. The seed now needs the water of sustenance. Acha. Many teachers have also come. Congratulations to the teachers also. All of you have done service, have you not? So congratulations for the service. Acha. What is the condition of Gujarat? So there had been this huge earthquake. The upheaval has started in Gujarat, and there's a lot of upheaval in Gujarat, and even a little abroad. You're not afraid, are you? The earth is shaking, but your hearts aren't shaking, are they? The earth shook a little, and some damage was caused. I've forgotten how many people died in that earthquake, but it was quite significant. Those who have come from there stand up. Those from Ahmedabad stand up. Acha. Did your hearts shake or did the earth shake? What happened? Did it shake your hearts a little? It didn't. You're courageous. Bapdada saw that you children kept your record good by maintaining courage and by keeping Father's canopy of protection over you. None of you failed. All of you passed, some with less marks, some with more, but they all passed. It's number-wise everywhere, but you passed. So congratulations. Who has come from the most sensitive place? So there was one person from Bhuj and from another town nearby. So Baba says, Acha, you were the one with 1,000 arms in Bhuj, because in Hindi the word Bhuja means arms. Is Judy leaving or she's left? Does she want to just wave goodbye to everybody? Come here in front of the camera. So she... This is dear Judy, who's been all for 2 weeks here, almost leading different classes and workshops. And she's on her way back to Halifax via Calgary and other places. So very much appreciated all that you've done here over this time. Yeah, everybody's. And don't wait till next Kalpa to come back to the West Coast.
Thank you, this beautiful family. I'll be back. Now that I know how wonderful you all are and the West Coast is, I'll be back. Om Shanti.
Safe travels. Okay, back to the earthquake. So this brother was there from Bhuj, right? And Baba says to this brother, Acha, you have passed the paper. You did very well. And in the future too, don't fluctuate, because this will continue to happen. Where did it go? I just lost it. So let it happen, because transformation has to take place. Nature will also do its work. Since human souls have made nature tamoguni, she will do her own work in every game of the drama. And that too is a game. So while watching the game, don't allow your stage to fluctuate. Of course, this was after the 1989 earthquake here in San Francisco, right? Some of us were in this house when that happened. I think Sister Elizabeth was working downtown. She had to walk back, somehow get back to the house. It was quite an interesting time, but everybody was pretty stable in that situation. So, of course, it could happen again at any moment, right? So while watching the game, don't allow your stage to fluctuate. Do not let external situations influence the original stage of Master Almighty Souls. Instead, become instruments to liberate souls from the distress in their minds. Because it is only with meditation that you can finish the distress of minds. It's only through meditation that you can finish the distress of minds. Doctors will do their work. Scientists will do their work. The government will do its work. And your duty is to finish the distress and tension in people's minds. So, have you finished the distress and tension in your own minds? Give donations of a tension-free life. Give cooperation. At present, this land and lands abroad are all cooperating and giving their cooperation, are they not? They're doing very good work. And this shows that whatever land it is or whoever it is, they all have love for the land of Bharat. They're all doing what they have to do, and you're continuing with your work. When there's a fire, firemen are not afraid, but they put out the fire. And all of you are those who put out the fire of distress in people's minds. Acha. Gujarat is strong, is it not? You are under the canopy of protection of the one with 1,000 arms. And having seen this in Gujarat, wherever it now happens, you've now become experienced. Look, no one can disagree with nature. You can't say to the earthquake, come in Gujarat, don't come in Abu, don't come in Bombay. No, nature is independent. You know, back in I think it was in the 60s, when Silent Spring, that Rachel Carson's book, first came out, and people started having some development of environmental awareness, they came up with this slogan that nature bats last. In a game, right? We're playing the 9th inning, but nature is the one who bats last, right? So it doesn't matter what we do, but nature is independent. So Baba says, all of you have to make your own stage unshakable and immovable, and keep the lines of your minds and intellects clear. When your lines are clear, you will receive touchings. Bap Dada had told you earlier too, that theirs is a wireless and yours is a viceless intellect. So he's, Wi-Fi, right? No wires involved. Ours is also like that, but it's viceless. And then you will very quickly and clearly be able to decide what you have to do and what is going to happen. You won't need to think, let's get out. Let's sit inside. Let's sit by the door. Let's sit on the roof. No, your feet will only go where there is safety. And if you become too afraid, in fact, you shouldn't be afraid, but if you are very afraid and you do have a lot of fear, then Madhaban, the asylum, the home is yours. Don't be afraid. This is nothing. Now, everything is yet to happen. Don't be afraid. It's just a game. Transformation has to take place. It's not destruction, it's transformation. And the attitude of disinterest has to be created in everyone. So become merciful and use all the powers and have mercy and give a powerful current. Samja, do you understand? Are you able to stabilize your minds and intellects in a second? Stop. They should stop. Now, in 1 second, let your minds and intellects be absolutely concentrated into a point. Acha. And then Bapdada conducted a drill, so we'll just stop for a minute and do that, become a point. Shanti, were you able to do it? Or did you think about doing it? To all the most elevated Brahmins everywhere, to the stable souls everywhere who constantly have the determination to keep their vow, to the great serviceable souls everywhere who have total courage and enthusiasm for self-service and the service of benefiting people. Congratulations for today's Shiv Jayanti, the Jayanti as valuable as a diamond, the Jayanti that's lovely and unique. And together with this, the congratulations, blessings, love, remembrance, and namaste. Now the blessing, may you be a truly loving soul whose heart remains filled with Father's love, and may you thereby stay free from all attractions. Father gives all of you children equal love, but you children take that love according to your own capacity. Those who take Father's love at the beginning of the day at Amrit Vela are not attracted by anyone else's love because they have God's love in their hearts. If they do not fill their hearts fully with love, then because of having some space in their hearts, Maya attracts them with different forms of love. Therefore, be truly loving and remain filled with God's love. And the slogan, those who fly beyond their bodies, beyond the old world and the old bodily relationships, they are said to be residents of Indraprasth. The residence of Indraprasth is the court of Indra, where God's gathering is. So you have to be beyond your body and beyond the old world and the old bodily relationships to be in that court of Indra. And the announcement is today is the third Sunday day for International Yoga. So all Brahmin children are especially to sit in Yog Tapasya from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. with the Merciful Father in the stage of being Master Merciful, and give all souls the power of purity. Do the service of spreading pure vibrations into the atmosphere. And today's signal: when any scene comes in front of you, in terms of the drama, it's a game. If you have this awareness, then you will be stable and victorious and not come into upheaval. Since you belong to Father, victory is your birthright. And this is why the memorial of the Rosary of Victory is remembered and worshiped. Om Shanti.
Shanti, Kiran Ben. Thank you so much for bringing the Murli alive for us today. If anybody has any questions for Sister Kiran, they can go into the chat box. And I was sort of thinking, Kiran Ben, you've been with Baba for 45 years. And today, when Baba's talking in the Murli around the service and the growth of service and the might and the mics, I'm wondering what you've seen in your time as you've met Baba. I think you were part of the first group from the US to meet Baba in Madhavan. And I'm sort of wondering what you've seen over that time in terms of the Murli today when Baba's talking about the might and the mics. I'm wondering your thoughts on all that.
Well, we've definitely changed not only the, what to say, things have definitely grown and expanded since the little group of 10 of us were the first group from the US to go to Madhavan. And in that time, when we first met Baba, I don't know where his pair, but he probably remembers that meeting. It was in the meditation hall in Pandav Bhavan, the one with all the steps that go up. And that seats about 300 people. And I think there were maybe 25 to 50 double foreigners. And we were all sitting on the brother's side and sitting on the floor. And we had these kind of wire headsets. And of course, the gutty where Baba was right on our level. There was no stage or anything. And at that time, there were a lot of senior daddies also. And so Kumarka Daddy, Manohar Daddy, even Daddy Manmohini was there. And they all went up afterwards and grouped around Baba. And the Murli was that very powerful Murli about destruction and how on all four sides, things are going to be an upheaval. And it was Christmas Eve. So after that very serious Murli, we were all like, all of a sudden they were dancing and celebrating and carrying on, right? And I was like having trouble making the switch, how can you just go from to And so the next day, Gayatri then took me to meet Daddy Gulzar, and I asked her that question. And she said, Om Shanti. And I went, oh. And that's really kind of the essence of today's Murli too, isn't it? Right? So from that time, and we were reviewing all the things that had happened on the West Coast since then until now during this most recent retreat with Judy. And we could see that in that first chapter, of course, we had Sister Denise here. And she was doing things that were making an influence on the wider yajna, because she started the first Sneh Milan, which was a gathering of important people in the community to have a spiritual chit chat, a spiritual thing. And that became a thing for a while. And then we had Million Minutes and Global Cooperation. And, you know, the Brahmins were very courageous in those days, and we were really out there doing things. And so as a result, when we first started to bring VIPs to Mount Abu just after Om Shanti Bhavan was built, we started having these universal peace conferences. We started having the precursor to Peace of Mind retreats, which was called the Abu Dialogue. That was all going on in the 90s. And we had very, you know, undersecretary generals of the United Nations were coming. The president of, I think it's Costa Rica came. Madam Sadat from Egypt came. Lots of very significant VIPs came to Madhuban. And so service really took off in lots of different places in those times. Now it's kind of on a different level. I think we've got, in India, of course, they're still doing a lot of that service. And in the US, we're just now starting to form quote unquote wings like they have in India. In India, they have 19 or 20 wings that serve the different professionals. You know, they have business and industry and administrators and politicians and religious leaders and women and youth and rural development, all these wings. And they're serving those people in those professions. So here we're just now starting that. So we have people that are going into serving university professors, other ones for women, children. There's one on aging and end of life. And they've just put out a newsletter. Some of you might have seen that. There's one on emergency preparedness, which I'm involved with. So you'll all be hearing about that. So we're just starting a kind of new chapter on that level. But also on the spiritual development level, you know, because Brahmins have matured a lot over these 4.5 decades that I've been involved. We went through this goo goo gaga stage when everything from India was fantastic and new and, you know, exciting and interesting. And then we kind of became adolescents and we were like, wait, why do we have to do this? Why do you have to use 2 bog cloths? Why do we have to, isn't this Hindu bhakti? You know, we were challenging the seniors authority, adolescent stage, right? And then we got mature or we became a little more mature. And then the yajna started to see that we had something that we could contribute and we could be reliable and trustworthy. And so now you have people in the West, like Charlie and Judy and Gayatri and people like that, who are RCTs, our regional coordinator trustees. I mean, we have the RCs, and those are Jenti Didi, Mohini Didi, and all the Sudesh Didi, and all of those people from the different regions. But the RCTs is the next tier, and they're all double foreigners pretty much. So it's kind of interesting to see how that shift has taken place and how we've come into a much more balance between East and West. And now we're working together really cooperatively with a lot of respect and understanding of the unique needs of both the East and the West. So let's see. I think really what Baba said today is the only service we need to do is, do you remember? Self-transformation. right? And how much time do we have?
We have about 4 minutes, Ben, and if you can include, because there's a couple questions in
Okay.
the chat,
Mhm.
and it's time, it folds nicely with what you're just about to talk about, is one question from Yogita was, what does Baba mean by balance between Lokik occupation and Alokik seva? And then another soul asked how to keep the balance. So they're
Okay.
kind of curious
You
about
can
that.
probably answer that better than me, Mary Jean, because you're involved in both of those things, and I'm only in Brahmin life. You can speak to that if you want.
Well, I think I was just listening to what you were sharing in terms of the journey of the Yagya. So, and where things are at now because we're all the world servers, we're in different regions, but with all the same task, aim, and objective. And so this self-transformation piece, it is when we still have Lokik work and then we have our spiritual life. It's almost like at first for me, it was feeling like things were compartmentalized, one foot in the Lokik world and one foot in the spiritual world. But over time, they need to align so that if I'm truly with Baba and holding that stage of being a child of God and bringing that conscious vision into all the roles that and responsibilities I have, then that balance becomes more natural. It's when I compartmentalize or try and keep it separate.
Mhm.
So I think that's a process of honesty and really my experience this week with Sister Judy's participating in some of her programs was really understanding and doing that self analysis. Baba teaches us to use the chart every day and choosing those things that I'm going to work on. Where are my sanskars? Where is my thoughts going? And but being gentle with the self and being kind, but always keeping that overall aim.
Nice. Okay. I was going to share something that I've been working on this year that I learned from Brother Bala, because he does this thing where he uses 5 rhyming Hindi words, and they're kind of like in a cycle or a circle. So one of them is smriti, which is your awareness, right? And when you have an awareness of your awareness of who you are, and Baba says you're a soul, but how much are we aware of who I am? That smriti, that awareness of who I am, influences your vritti, how you look at things. Okay? And how you look at things determines your drishti, like how you see things and what you're sharing through your eyes. Okay? Are you following me?
Mm-hmm.
And your this awareness of who you are, how you look at things, and how you see things influences what you do, your kriti, your actions. Yeah. And then the result of that is the shrishti, the creation, right? What comes out. So mostly when we try to change ourselves and when we first become Brahmins, we work on the kriti level, the action level. I change my diet, I change my costume of what I wear, I change my Amrit Vela, I get up, I change my sleep schedule. That's all working on the level of kriti. And we've all done that successfully. The next thing is Baba is constantly working on our drishti, have the drishti of brotherhood, so many Murlis, right? So we're working backwards through this cycle. We work on our drishti, and now there's this national campaign called Drishti, that we're supposed to be doing, practicing, seeing each other and making notes about how many people we give drishti to during the course of the day. That's spiritual. So, and so many Murlis, Baba talks about changing our attitude, how we look at things, don't see defects, only see specialties. Everybody has a specialty. Everyone was originally divine and pure, right? But the basic thing we need to change is the smriti, the awareness of who I am. And so many Murlis, you were deities. You are going to be deities again. Have we really digested that fact? You were worthy of worship. How close am I to that these days, right? You are the ones who started everything. Do we see ourselves as having such an importance? Do we see ourselves in terms of the impact that our little actions in the world today are having on the world? Because we're in the roots of the tree. We are the ancestors' souls. And everything we do and everything we think is going through the whole tree. So are we connected with the seed? Are we sending the seed energy through the whole tree? Or am I just still worrying about my little turf right here? Who am I influencing here and what's my role and all that? So I really love this whole thing about, this pattern of smriti, vritti, drishti, kriti, and trishti, because it keeps on influencing things. And I have to keep reminding myself that what I need to change is who I think I am, because that changes everything. Om Shanti.
That was perfect, Ben. I really liked that. That actually encompasses balance, because if I'm really thinking about my like coming back to who I am and taking care of my attitude and my consciousness and staying connected to Baba, balance becomes quite natural. I'm just wondering now, after hearing such a rich, beautiful Murli, and there's so much we could go off onto more discussion, but we're celebrating Rakhi today, and wondering if you have a few, like something you want to share in terms of tying that in. Like, that's so beautiful. Those 5 points, if you could just slowly say those 5 things again, because there's a soul that wanted to capture those 5 points that you just made, the words, and then talk a little bit about Rakhi and the consciousness that we want to enter into Rakhi. I'm just thinking Baba talked in the Murli about that surrender, and so I wonder if that's tied into our vow with our vows with Baba during Rakhi.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, very briefly, Smriti, who I think I am. I'm an originally pure soul. What does that mean? And I have to go back there again. Baba's invoking me, time is invoking me, the world is invoking me, my own original stage is invoking me to get back to the future. Who am I really? I'm that pure, divine soul. And am I committed to it? That's my vow. If I'm really committed to it, then I am not going to waste my time seeing other people's, what they're doing. I'm going to be focused on what am I doing? And I'm not going to be concerned with how other people are looking at me. I'm going to be concerned with how am I seeing others, right? That's my vow of purity, pure drishti, pure vision, seeing everyone as my brother. And then in terms of my actions, how much am I committed to being worthy of worship in all my actions? Or do I just, when I'm by myself, do I do things? Do I become a little lazy? Do I become a little careless? Do I give myself excuses for my behavior? Do I eat things that I wouldn't eat if other people were sitting around me? Just how authentic am I? How much integrity do I have? How pure am I in my kriti? Because that's going to influence the result. So that's how I would tie it in with Rakhi. I hope I did that okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sister Kiran.
I think we have to finish now.
I think if we could take a few minutes to reconnect, have a few minutes together, and if people could turn on their cameras so that we can share some drishti, that would be very powerful, I think,
No
for
screen here, right?
most souls.
You guys can't see them, right?
Yeah.
Hmm?
तुम मिले हो जब से मुझे, मिला चैन सुहाना है। तुम मिले हो जब से मुझे, मिला चैन सुहाना है। जीवन का हर पल अब संग तेरे बिताना है। तुम मिले हो जब से मुझे, मिला चैन सुहाना है। तुम मिले हो जब से मुझे, मिला चैन सुहाना है। सब अपनी सुनाते रहे, ना मेरी सुन पाए। सब अपनी सुनाते रहे, ना मेरी सुन पाए। तुम सुन के मुझे भगवन इस धरती पर आए। मेरे स्नेह भरे दिल को तुमने पहचाना है। तुम मिले हो जब से मुझे, मिला चैन सुहाना है। तुम मिले हो जब से मुझे, मिला चैन सुहाना
Have a wonderful day with Baba. Om Shanti.
Thank you. That was the West Coast Murli, the West Coast family. Have a very happy Raksha Bandhan, and we will have the local Rakhi celebration now. Today is a very, very special day. It is the celebration of Raksha Bandhan. It is our celebration of our own self, our spiritual commitment, our yogi life for ourselves and for the greater humanity. And we do it through Shiv Baba. We do it through the Supreme Soul, the guidance we receive, the Shrimat we follow, and the power we are bestowed by Shiv Baba, Almighty Baba. I request Sister Elizabeth, Gita Didi, Sister Kiran to give their blessings, give their message for all of us, guidance to all of us as we tie Rakhi today.
Om Shanti. Good morning. In today's Murli, the way Baba was asking us, what is it that's in the way of you embracing your deity self? And so I thought, wow, I'm going to make a commitment for myself. And perhaps you think, oh, well, you know, Sister Elizabeth has been in Gyan for so long. What is it? You know, or any of us for that matter. But there will be something that's keeping us from really surrendering to the very thing we want. Being an embodiment of divinity, that's what speaks to me today. And so what is it that I want to remove? And I'm committed to removing so that I'm committed to surrendering to my divine self. So that's just, what is that for you? A waste thought, an unfulfilled desire that you want from someone or something. Baba gives you the gyan, you know what it is. So whatever it is, that it's not a giving up, it's a surrendering to my original form of peace, love, divinity. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Happy Raksha Bandhan Day. And today is the original day that majority part of the India is celebrating. It's a very, very pure festival. And what Sister Kiran mentions about these beautifully 5 things. And then first one about the Smriti. So when you come here to have your tilak, just have that awareness that you are a pure, powerful, unique soul. And this especially, the tilak, it's made from sandalwood. And this sandalwood is a very special wood, which says that more you like great, more the fragrance comes out. So when you come here for to have your this tilak, it's a center of the forehead. Feel that time, Baba, the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, is massaging your soul and bringing out all your innate virtues, the qualities and power, what you deserve. Feel inside yourself and make the powerful, determined thought about that now onwards, who I see, I can only see their inner beauty. No matter how much, maybe they have 95% weaknesses, but your vision should go to 5% and bring out that inner beauty from them also, and you can stay on your stage. And then afterwards, when you come to tie Rakhi, and this Rakhi is a very special Rakhi, because in our main headquarters, Mount Abu, June, July, August is a month of tapasya. It's a month of intense meditation. The thousands and thousands of our divine brothers and sisters, they meditating. And from that atmosphere, the special Rakhi has arrived to us. You cannot buy outside, so you feel very special inside, and stretch your right arms that time and have some determined thought that now onwards what I want to attain and what I want to let go. Because we are tying, Baba is tying all of us into his bond of protection. And have that awareness about your being, beautiful being. And then afterwards, when you turn your arms, let it open, feel inside. Baba is giving you, showering the blessings upon blessings. And the 2 strings, because you get that determined thought about, so 2 strings is your zeal and enthusiasm. When it's come, when it be not them, so you can feel constant protected. So you remind you this Rakhi is a very special, and 100% be in that soul conscious stage, and you see what Baba is really giving you. And then afterwards you will have a sweet thing. So always say sweet, eat sweet and speak sweetly. And this toli also made with lots of Baba's loving silence vibration, that you can really experience once again that I am a peaceful soul. And then you will receive your blessings. So have this positive, powerful, uplifting thought, because we are very unique. No one in this world you find like as beautiful Baba's children, because God himself has chosen all of you, and we belong to Baba and Baba belongs to us. So have that inner silence. Every moment go step by step your inner being and pull out all your goodness. And then share with Drishti what Sister Kiran mentioned. Share with Drishti all this goodness
to others so their negativity disappear and you will receive blessings upon blessings. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sisters. We will maintain this yoga, our silent stage. We will rearrange the stage very quickly and start the Rakhi ceremony. Om Shanti.
पल पल हुए सुहाने, प्रभु याद में तुम्हारी पल पल हुए सुहाने, प्रभु याद में तुम्हारी आनंद के एहसास से ऐसी चढ़ी खुमारी, आनंद के
पवित्रता का परम पर्व राखी संदेश सुनाए, पवित्रता का परम पर्व राखी संदेश सुनाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए।
ये कराती है अनोखी ये कहलाए, अनोखी ये कहलाए।
इस बंधन को जो बांधे वो,
इस बंधन को जो बांधे वो स्वर्ग सुखों के पाए, वो स्वर्ग सुखों के पाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए। इस नाते को अपवित्रता है आई, अपवित्रता है आई।
राखी इस त्योहार को लाकर,
राखी इस त्योहार को लाकर फिर से याद दिलाए, ये फिर से याद दिलाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए।
नैनों को कर पावनता, अंजन है दिव्य बनाया। नैनों को कर पावनता, अंजन है दिव्य बनाया।
दिल में भर कर प्यार रूहानी जीवन है सजाया, ये जीवन है सजाया।
आत्मज्ञान का तिलक लगा के,
आत्मज्ञान का तिलक लगा के मन का दीप जलाए, ये मन का दीप जलाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए। विकार के विकराल वार से राखी रक्षा करती, पवित्रता का दिव्य अलौकिक कंगन हमको देती। विकार के विकराल वार से राखी रक्षा करती, पवित्रता का दिव्य अलौकिक कंगन हमको देती। मधुरता और प्रेम शांति का, मधुरता और प्रेम शांति का गहना है पहनाए, ये गहना है पहनाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए। पवित्रता का परम पर्व राखी संदेश सुनाए, पवित्रता का परम पर्व राखी संदेश सुनाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के ये गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के ये गुण गाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए। आया कितना पर्व सुहाना, आया कितना पर्व सुहाना, राखी लेकर आई बहना। ओ आई बहना, बंधवा ले जो धागा इसका, बंधवा ले जो धागा इसका, धुल जाए मैल उसी के मन का। ओ मन का, ओ मन का। आया कितना पर्व सुहाना। शिव पिता की है ये राखी, सबसे न्यारी अनोखी प्यारी। करती रक्षा पवित्रता की, कर दे राख मलिनता सारी। सुख शांति का, सुख शांति का नारा लेकर आया कितना पर्व सुहाना। ओ पर्व सुहाना, आया कितना पर्व सुहाना। प्रेम शांति और पवित्रता का पहनाए सबको ये गहना। यही तिलक इस दिव्य स्मृति का, आत्म भाई भाई बन रहना। दिव्य मधुर, दिव्य मधुर राखी के पावन कंगन को। ऐसा पावन है मन भावन, आया कितना पर्व सुहाना। ओ पर्व सुहाना, आया कितना पर्व सुहाना, आया कितना पर्व सुहाना। राखी लेकर आई बहना, ओ 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 आई बहना। देखो कैसी बहार आई, भाई बहन का प्यार लाई। देखो कैसी बहार आई, भाई बहन का प्यार लाई। कई शक्तियाँ भरी हैं इसमें, सत्य शीतलता के गुण जिसमें। कई शक्तियाँ भरी हैं इसमें, सत्य शीतलता के गुण जिसमें। बांध के अलौकिक राखी, बांध के अलौकिक राखी, आत्मा बन जाए सद्भागी। देखो कैसी बहार आई, भाई बहन का प्यार लाई। परमपिता शिव का उपहार, राखी धागों का त्योहार। परमपिता शिव का उपहार, राखी धागों का त्योहार। आता है हर साल दोबारा, आता है हर साल दोबारा, पवित्रता का देने नारा। देखो कैसी बहार आई, भाई बहन का प्यार लाई। देखो कैसी बहार आई, भाई बहन का प्यार लाई। भाई बहन का प्यार लाई, भाई बहन का प्यार लाई, भाई बहन।
आओ बांधे राखी मेरे भैया तेरे हाथ में, मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में। मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में। आओ बांधे राखी मेरे भैया तेरे हाथ में, मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में। मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में। इस राखी का राज बाबा ने आकर समझाया है, बांध के पावन बंधन बाबा ने गले लगा खर्ची में दे दो अपनी हर कमजोरी को, बनना बाप समान तुम्हें बांध के रेशम डोरी को। बाबा को खर्ची में दे दो अपनी हर कमजोरी को, बनना बाप समान तुम्हें बांध के रेशम डोरी को। सदा सफलता मिलेगी भैया, सदा सफलता मिलेगी भैया तुमको हर पुरुषार्थ में। मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में, मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में। राखी की रेशम डोरी भाईचारे के गुण गाती, भाई बहन में सहयोग की भावना बढ़ाती। राखी की रेशम डोरी भाईचारे के गुण गाती, भाई बहन में सहयोग की भावना बढ़ाती। कंगन मर्यादाओं का, कंगन मर्यादाओं का पहने रहना हाथ में। मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में, मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में। आओ बांधे राखी मेरे भैया तेरे हाथ में, मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में, मिलेगा स्वर्ग का वर्षा भैया तुमको सौगात में।
परम पिता की ओर से भैया बंधवा लो रक्षा बंधन। परम पिता की ओर से भैया बंधवा लो रक्षा बंधन। मधुर मधुर मर्यादाओं का लो पहनो पावन कंगन, लो पहनो पावन कंगन। देखो देवी बहना हम उपहार अनूठा लाई है। दो धागों में दोनों जहां की सब खुशियां भर लाई है। पवित्रता वरदान बनेगी आत्मस्मृति का लो चंदन। पवित्रता वरदान बनेगी आत्मस्मृति का लो चंदन। मधुर मधुर मर्यादाओं का लो पहनो पावन कंगन, लो पहनो पावन कंगन। बदले में राखी के भैया बुराइयों का त्याग करो। पवित्रता की लाज निभाना, ज्ञानामृत नित पान करो। इन धागों में सदा समाया बाबा मुरली और मधुबन।
जाओ, सभी करे गायन मनन, दुआ करे बहना बन जाओ, सभी करे गायन मनन, मधुर मधुर मर्यादाओं का लो पहनो पावन कंगन, लो पहनो पावन कंगन, लो पहनो पावन।
राखी तोहफे देकर, शुभ संकल्पों के तोहफे देकर, मिलकर सतयुग लाए, आओ स्वर्ग बनाए। राखी का त्योहार, राखी का त्योहार।
भावनाओं के सुगंध हो जिसमें पवित्र प्रेम का हो संचार, आओ मनाए इस अंदाज में राखी का त्योहार।
भावनाओं की सुगंध जिसमें पवित्र प्रेम का हो संचार, आओ मनाए इस अंदाज में राखी का त्योहार।
राखी का त्योहार। आत्म सम्मान की गरिमा जिसमें चंदन तिलक हो खुशबूदार, दृढ़ता की भी गांठ हो जिसमें संकल्पों में शक्ति अपार, संबंधों में संवेदना हो,
संबंधों में संवेदना हो, माधुर्य में हो व्यवहार।
आओ मनाए इस अंदाज में राखी का त्योहार।
हाँ, राखी का त्योहार। वरदानों से भरी हो वाणी, दुआ की दौलत हो बेशुमार, पावन दृष्टि वृत्ति हो जिसमें बांटे स्नेह का उपहार। रिश्तों में हो रंग रूहानी, रिश्तों में हो रंग रूहानी, स्वरक्षा का यही है सार। आओ मनाए इस अंदाज में
राखी का त्योहार।
हाँ, राखी का त्योहार।
Today's the day I will begin again, and every day I will begin again. The past is over and the future lies in the winding road before me, in the first line of the story. You're the only one who understands when I get confused and lose my way. I know you won't forget all that I am. I'll fail to love me as I am today. Sorry if my promises run dry and all my good intentions fade. But in my heart there is a place of truth. It's a space that's set aside for you. It's a place where I am one with you. You're the only one the voice of a mother and a father and a child. Would you recognize the truth? Do you feel the love that's falling from my eyes? Take just a minute, come and rest here by my side. Let me tell you your own story. Let me walk you through your lives. Only a second, that's all it takes to realize there's 100,000 angels by your side. There's 100,000 angels by your side. Do you hear me talk to you? I whisper through doorways and pathways of your mind, clear like the morning dew, and fresh from my journey, cross an ocean of blue. Take just a minute, come and rest here by my side. Let me tell you your own story. Let me walk you through your lives. Only a second, that's all it takes to realize there's 100,000 angels by your side. There's 100,000 angels here tonight. moving away from uncertainty. I trust in the moment, 'cause I am flying free on the wings of peace. Flying on wings of peace. The loneliest silence is now a world of sound. Whatever escaped you is now inside your hand. I follow the river down to the sea and trust in the knowledge that I am flying free on the wings of peace. Flying on wings of peace. The world is a kiss that savored or missed. You don't have to dream about it, no, no. What you're clinging to is an old attitude, and you can live without it. Da, 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 I follow the river down to the sea and trust in the moment, 'cause I am flying free on the wings of peace. I'm flying free on the wings of your peace. Flying on wings of peace. Flying free, flying
आया कितना पर्व सुहाना, आया कितना मूल है देखो इसका, कितना परम पिता का है ये कहना। कभी न भूलो इस बंधन को, राखी के पावन कंगन को। ऐसा पावन, ऐसा पावन है मन भावन, आया कितना पर्व सुहाना। ओ पर्व सुहाना, आया कितना पर्व सुहाना।
पवित्रता का परम पर्व राखी संदेश सुनाए। पवित्रता का परम पर्व राखी संदेश सुनाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए। सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए, सच्चे भाईचारे के गुण गाए।
इस राखी को परम धाम से परम पिता शिव लाए। इस राखी को परम धाम से परम पिता शिव लाए।
प्रभु मिलन ये कराती है, अनोखी ये कहलाए, अनोखी ये कहलाए।
इस बंधन को जो बांधे वो,
इस बंधन को जो ढूंढते हैं जिसे आज सबके नजर, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। ढूंढते हैं जिसे आज सबके नजर, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। करता मुझको मोहब्बत दिलो जान से, करता मुझको मोहब्बत दिलो जान से। साथ रखता मुझे शोक तुम शान से, साथ रखता मुझे शोक तुम शान से। हम तो इसके वजह से, हम तो इसके वजह से हुए बेफिक्र, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। सारी खुशियां सदा तुमसे पाते हैं हम, सारी खुशियां सदा तुमसे पाते हैं हम। सपने उनके ही अब तो सजाते हैं हम, सपने उनके ही अब तो सजाते हैं हम। दिल की सुनता मेरे, दिल की सुनता मेरे बन के हम सफर, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। अब नाखियों से मोती गिराते कभी, अब नाखियों से मोती गिराते कभी, मुश्किलें उसने मेरी मिटा दी सभी, मुश्किलें उसने मेरी मिटा दी सभी। दिखता सुख ही सुख, दिखता सुख ही सुख, देखूं मैं जिधर, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। ढूंढते हैं जिसे आज सबके नजर, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। ढूंढते हैं जिसे आज सबके नजर, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। ओम शांति।
waiting for the truth to be heard. I am, I am, I a love for being of light, a soul, a spirit of light, so peaceful, so deep inside. I am, I am.
साफ नजर तू आया, रब को मेहरबान पाया, आईना साफ किया, साफ नजर तू आया। ये मैं मेरा ही मुझको तुझसे दूर किए था, ये मैं मेरा ही मुझको तुझसे दूर किए था, जाने गुरूर था क्यों मुझको जो मगरूर किए था, जाने गुरूर था क्यों मुझको जो मगरूर किए था, निगाह पर्दा हटा, रब को निगहबां पाया, निगाह पर्दा हटा, रब को निगहबां पाया, आईना साफ किया, साफ नजर में आया। ये तेरी यादें तो रूबरू मिलाती है, ये तेरी यादें तो रूबरू मिलाती है, देखूं तुझे तो बड़ा रूह सुकून पाती है, देखूं तुझे तो बड़ा रूह सुकून पाती है, कभी न मैं तन्हा रब को रहनुमा पाया, कभी न मैं तन्हा रब को रहनुमा पाया, आईना साफ किया, साफ नजर तू आया, आईना साफ किया, साफ नजर में आया, जो मैं को साफ किया, साफ नजर तू आया, रब को मेहरबान पाया, आईना साफ किया, साफ नजर तू आया, रब को मेहरबान पाया, रब को निगहबां पाया, रब को रहनुमा पाया। दे प्रकाश, बजता मन में यही एक सांस, बाबा तुम हो मेरे पास। बाबा मीठे बाबा, प्यारे बाबा, मेरे बाबा। करन करावन हार हो तुम, करते हो मेरे सारे काम, करके स्वयं छिप जाते हो और मशहूर होता है मेरा नाम। आभार करती मेरी हर सांस, मेरे हृदय में है तेरा निवास। तू ही तो है मेरे आस पास, होता है मेरे दिल को आभास। बाबा मीठे बाबा, प्यारे बाबा, मेरे बाबा। बाबा मीठे बाबा, प्यारे बाबा, मेरे बाबा। मीठे बाबा, प्यारे बाबा। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। बस तुझ में ही खो जाऊं, यूं गले से लगा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। संसार से क्या हासिल, एक बाबा अपना है। संसार से क्या हासिल, एक बाबा अपना है। तेरा बन के ही रहना, मेरे दिल का ये सब बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना, बस तुझ में ही खो जाऊं, यूं गले से लगा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। आ, बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। झरनों से संगीत है झरता, झरनों से संगीत है झरता, पत्थर के टकराने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु, तुमको मीत बनाने से। झरनों से संगीत है झरता, पत्थर के टकराने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु, तुमको मीत बनाने से। सागर रास्ता दे देता, पर्वत भी झुक जाता है। सागर रास्ता दे देता, पर्वत भी झुक जाता है। नामुमकिन मुमकिन हो जाता, वक्त भी रुक जाता है। हम जाने या तुम जानो, हम जाने या तुम जानो, क्या मिलता प्रीत लगाने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। याचना ना कामना, तुमसे कुछ ना मांगे हम। याचना ना कामना, तुमसे कुछ ना मांगे हम। योग करें हम, योग्य बने प्रभु, काम तुम्हारे आए हम। कष्ट कटे सब विघ्न मिटे, कष्ट कटे सब विघ्न मिटे। लगन की अग्न लगाने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। झरनों से संगीत है झरता, पत्थर के टकराने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु, तुमको मीत बनाने से। हाँ, प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। हो, तुमको मीत बनाने से।
खुद सा बनाने की ये बाबा सदा तुम्हारी लगती बड़ी है प्यारी, हमें हर अदा तुम्हारी, हमें हर अदा तुम्हारी। संग संग चलेंगे देकर हाथों में हाथ तुमको, जीवन बनाने वाले दिल करता याद तुमको। बाबा मेरे हजारों हैं, धन्यवाद तुमको, धन्यवाद तुमको, धन्यवाद तुमको, धन्यवाद तुमको।
सांसों के सरगम में सजते स्नेह भरे ये साज, मन के एक तारे से गूंजे एक यही आवाज। मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राण, मेरे जीवन मेरी जान, मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राण, मेरे जीवन मेरी जान। हो तुम्हें सर्वस्व साथी, मेरे दिल मेरे अरमान, मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राण, मेरे जीवन मेरी जान, मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राण, मेरे जीवन मेरी जान। दे कौन सा संबोधन, हो कैसे अभिनंदन, दे कौन सा संबोधन, हो कैसे अभिनंदन। तुम्हें याद करता जन जन, प्यारे प्रभु करुणा निधान, मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राण, मेरे जीवन मेरी जान, मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राण, मेरे जीवन मेरी जान।
बाजे रे बाजे रे बाजे रे बाजे रे ढोल